Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome along to episode number 2 of this Extreme Warfare Revenge series, where I am daring to dream and take control of your narrative to the top of the wrestling universe. Now the last episode, the first episode, was very significant. We did one show, we booked our very first show, The Awakening. However, if you go on event history, or if I go on event history, should say, according to this, we booked 3 shows. So, I don't quite know how that's happened, but basically we booked 3 shows all on the same day. And one of which has got a different rating to the others. So I'm not quite sure how that's actually happened. More corruption on this game. If anyone watched the last series I did on EWR when I was PWG, a lot of acronyms, you'll know that I had a wrestler that was 17 on the roster, which isn't actually possible. Well, it's supposed to be not possible. Clearly it was possible because I did it, but wrestlers are only supposed to become active on like this other workers list or on rosters when they turn 18, but somehow I got a 17-year-old, so somehow magically appeared. So we hired him just for a laugh. So more corruption, but that's not important. What is important is what's going to take place in this episode, and there's going to be a little bit of housekeeping to do before we start, because at the end of the last episode, if anyone watched it, which of course you all did, you'll know that we got 27 emails, and one of them was to confirm that we have a TV deal. Now, I normally would have set that up before recording, but on this occasion I haven't, so it's going to be a little, like I said, a little bit of admin work to do, and I just wanted to give a quick recap of where we left the last video, which is why I've not deleted any of the emails or sort of the TV notes. So you can see there, we're currently on Saturday the 1st of September, Saturday the 1st of February, it's definitely not September, it feels cold enough to be September, but Saturday the 1st of February, I'm recording this on the 7th of February, so Friday the 7th. So, in reality, so in the game at the minute, we're on the same day as the Royal Rumble in reality. So, hopefully, anyone that watched this video, I'm assuming you may have watched the Royal Rumble. If you did, hope you enjoyed it. I have to say, I've been watching wrestling for, well over 20 years, let's just put it that way. And I've seen plenty of Royal Rumble. I've gone back and watched a few old ones, like the classic Flair one in 92 or whatever. The one where Shawn Michaels and I think there's one where Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog were the first 2 and the last 2 when Bulldog thought he'd won. Anyway, I've gone back and watched a lot of Royal Rumbles and watched a lot as they were broadcast. And one thing I was always thinking watching old Royal Rumbles was, this is great and all, but what would make it infinitely better is if there was a graphic at the bottom of the screen that never went off throughout the entire match and told me things that are not particularly interesting and distracted me from the actual action, and told me things like what number people came in and how long a certain person's been in the ring for. And I've waited and prayed for years for something like that to appear, and finally Triple H or whoever's decision it was seemed to have answered that call. So thank you so much for that. If anyone who's responsible for that decision, I can't thank you enough for making a young boy's dream come true there, by infinitely improving your Royal Rumble by having a graphic on the bottom to distract you from the action. So that's really good. So that's great. So thank you for that. Just wanted to make sure that was that got out there in the ether. So hopefully the person responsible will hear that. Thanks. Anyway, let's not worry about the Royal Rumble. Let's instead worry about what is actually going to happen in this episode. So as I've already said, I'm going to do a bit of housekeeping, and then we're going to be booking the first 2 shows of our brand new weekly show, which is going to be called After Dark, and it's going to be taking place on a Thursday. So you can see that we've got the TV offer, a graveyard slot for 12 weeks. It's going to be a graveyard smash, this show, and as I said, I'm going to call it After Dark because, and Russo will be proud of this one, because in wrestling, a dark match is a match that isn't broadcast or is filmed. It's not filmed. It's not intended for TV. It's just intended for a live audience. And obviously these matches are going to be broadcast. So it's almost like it's after the dark match, but also because it's a graveyard slot, it's taking place in the middle of the night, it's after dark. You see, there's levels to this. I amaze myself sometimes. I'm amazed that I've hired Adnan Verk to commentate, but we're going to do that. And we'll stick EC3 next to him so he can control his narrative by pushing the narrative that he wants to push on commentary. Right, so we've got that now in place. So, as I said, we're going to be doing the first 2 episodes of After Dark. By the end of the video, if we go to event history, there'll probably be 20 shows. Maybe 10 versions of the same one, I don't know. But let's just quickly flick through the emails. I'm not going to delete them. I was going to, but I'm already conscious that I've been talking for 5 minutes and nothing's happened yet. So let's get on with it. Let's just quickly flick through the emails of what we got at the end of the last video. So we got some birthdays, which we're interested in. Yes, we got a new promotion opened, Original Lucha Libre in Extreme, which unfortunately are a cult promotion. Now, I say unfortunately because that probably means that the sort of people that they're going to be looking at may be some of the people on my roster. I'm worried about basically Austin Aries. I don't want them to steal Austin Aries. So, which is what I'm expecting to happen. But we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it. Made some money, all the Austin Aries t-shirts flying off the shelves. That's why I... Oh, what if it be... There were those, we live in a society and it sucks, although there's a word before sucks. Which, yeah, what if that's what the merchandise was that was selling? I don't know. Right, don't know I've said that in the last video, I don't know how that works, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, Impact have a new show on Wednesdays. And then there was some retirement, some people that I've never heard of, and some people that I have, like Tully Blanchard, for example. So I'll just quickly flick through all these. Speaking of Russo, he's retired. It must have known that it must have heard my After Dark idea and thought, yep, I can't compete with that anymore. I'm gonna have to hang up the pencil. And then of course some signings. So he had Tanahashi to Impact, Zack Sabre Jr. to Impact, Ibushi to AAA, and then WWE Art Imitating Life. They signed Chris Sabin and Penta. Eddie Edwards is not. And then 0-1 have announced their touring roster, which is actually quite loaded. They've got Bully Ray, John Moxley, Johnny Gargano, Rob Van Dam, Ray Phoenix, so and a few others, obviously. So yeah, that could be interesting. Right, so we're 7 minutes in now. I still haven't done anything. Right, so I think everything's in place. We're ready to go and start producing television. So as I said, the show's going to be on Thursdays, so we're going to do the next 2 shows. All things considered. Right, so Ollie, I like that. Ollie, oi. They're going to hire some... They need to start hiring people. A few of these names look familiar. So they've signed Johnny Gargano. I want to see if they're going to sign Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner in a Lucha Libre promotion. Johnny Elite, so we'll call him Johnny Luchador or Johnny Ollie, something like that. Ibushi, so he's gone to AAA and Ollie now. Rich Swann, Bully Ray. Kim Wurties, that's a good one. That's an interesting one. Zack Sabre Jr., Michael Elgin. Quickly move past him. Okada, Ray Phoenix. Oh, that's it. So far, so no Austin Aries. But I'm expecting that. They were on an open contract, so if they do hire Austin Aries, if it's on an open contract, it won't matter. Cash Wheeler, Alex Shelley, La Park, was it LA Park? I don't know. Mystico, Tommy Dreamer, nothing screams Lucha Libre like Tommy Dreamer. Dralistico, W. Morrissey, of course, Big Bill, Eddie Kingston, Tetsuya Naito, Daniels, James Storm. Okay, so still Austin Aries still with Control Your Narrative at the moment. Sammy Guevara, Tomohiro Ishii, Tanahashi, Real One, Enzo Mori in brackets, of course. Doc Gallows, Biff Busick, why not? Sabu, why not? Andrade, that's an interesting one. Aaron Stevens, which of course Damien Sandow. Hey, there he is, Austin Aries. Had to happen eventually, but it's an open contract though, so I'm not too bothered. Jay Briscoe. Oh, a few other people are signing people, are they? OVW signed Hechise. Hechise would be better for the Lucha Libre promotion, wouldn't he? And La Park. Is that LA Park? Like La Parker was in WCW? I don't know. Jay White's gone to Ollie, why not? Eric Redbeard, nothing screams Lucha Libre like Eric Redbeard. Alex Zane to C4. Hechiceros to PWG. King Wurties to PWG. So once again, much like on my last series, one company signs a wrestler and then it seems like everybody else goes for them. And there we go. So it looks like Ollie have got their roster. That's Ollie's roster at the moment. No doubt they'll add to it. Austin Aries, there he is. My worry is though, if somebody else hires Austin Aries, he'll leave me to go and sign for them because I'm the smallest promotion that he works for, so... And getting smaller, because our Public Image is just taking a battering for some reason. But anyway, we're going to try and get above Beyond Wrestling if we can, and XPW. But we're not going to do that without booking some shows. So here we go. The debut, the pilot episode. Is it the first episode of pilot? I don't know. The first episode of After Dark. Now I have to say, when I asked for when I sent the tape out, the promo tape to get a show, I did want a graveyard slot because I didn't want to book a lot of matches, but I didn't realise that because we've only got a small roster as well, so I didn't want a lot of segments. But I didn't realise that for some reason, even though I've played this game for about 20 years, I thought that a graveyard slot you only had to book one match, but apparently you have to book two. So that's slightly irritating. Anyway, we're going to start by booking our first match. We're going to kick things off with two people that didn't feature in the first, in the last episode, the debut show, The Awakening. So we're going to kick things off with a singles match between, say his name and he appears, it's Joe Hendry. So it's Joe Hendry, and he's going to be taking on P.T. Williams. I quite like the idea of like, oh, it's a brand new show. You get the opening credits out the way, and EC3 does a speech about how Revolution it's going to be. Then it goes quiet, and then the room goes dark, and all of a sudden, say his name and he appears kicks in. And I just think that kind of almost sets the tone. Although it's going to be, as I said in the last video, the tone of the promotion is going to be basically the antithesis of Joe Hendry. But despite that, he is going to win this match. He's going to beat P.T. Williams to try and get him over a little bit. Debut Joe Hendry, why not? I mean, it's a debut for both of them, but we're bringing in P.T. Williams to do the JOB. So now this is going from one extreme to the other. So we're going to do an angle. It's going to be an other angle. And it's going to be... Okay, it's not going to be another angle. It's going to be... I'm sure there's an angle where... Let me just find it. Nope. That's annoying. Okay, we'll just have to do another angle. Right, move on. I could have sworn there was an angle that was like kidnapping or something. Let me just... I'm sure you can do a kidnap angle. I could have. Okay, so we'll change it then. So we'll do. Right, so it's Stalker attacks without. Right, okay, we'll do it this way then. So Mina Shirakawa is basically. I want Mina Shirakawa to get kidnapped. So she'll be walking backstage, and all of a sudden you just see this black bag come over her head, and then you see her on somebody's shoulders, like kicking her legs. While they run off. That's basically what would happen there. So she is kidnapped, but I can't book that. Okay, that's annoying. I could have sworn there was a kidnap angle on here. You can pick something. I wonder if it's a stable angle. Let me just check before I book the next match. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, stable kid. Ah, yeah. So you can. Yeah, must be a stable angle I'm thinking of. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right. Yeah. So I'm just thinking now. I had something planned, and I'm just thinking, how's that going to work now? But yeah, I figured it out. Anyway, let's move on to book our second match of the night, and this is going to be between two people who have been seen before. So it's going to be, and I said Bateman then. Bateman, no, not Derek, and he's going to be taking on Chris Dickinson, who of course debuted at the Awakening, the Awakening. It's called The Awakening, so that would be the Awakening. Anyway, move on. And he's going to win this match, and he can win cleanly, because why not? And this is his in-ring debut, not his on-screen debut. No purpose to that. Just the purpose is I have to book two matches. That's the purpose. And then we're going to book a repeat of what we did last time. So it's a hype video for a worker. It's a hype video for a debuting worker because they haven't actually debuted yet. And it's not Blue Demon Jr., it's Maki Ito still. So it's basically the same video package for Maki Ito. And then we're going to finish things off with an angle. And it's going to be an ambush angle. A 2-on-1. Ambush in the ring. And it's going to be Austin Aries, which is why I didn't want him to get signed. And his charge Omos. So this is a poor man's AJ Styles and Omos. And they're going to attack Adam Scherr. So they're all heels. I need to turn Adam Scherr babyface pretty soon, actually, to do this. Because otherwise this isn't going to work that well. So there we go. The debut episode of After Dark. I bet this would get the viewers coming in at like 3 in the morning to stay up and watch this. Okay. So Joe Hendrew's stats are not very good. I was hoping for slightly better there, to be honest. Because I picked Peter Williams on purpose, but each Joe Hendry got 3 bonus points, so all good stuff. Good. That really was the point of that. Trying to get her over. Oh, could have been better. Good. And good. Good stuff. So the angles were good, the matches weren't. Which is why I only wanted to book 2 matches. So I only wanted to book 1 match, ideally, because I knew the matches are not going to be very good, generally, but we'll see. Then we got a 0.6 and 146 people turned up. People want. Okay, so Sharkboy wants to work with Bateman. Ethan Page wants to work with EC3. That could be an interesting one. Killer Crosser we've still got. Wants to work with Chris Dickinson. 0.6. Is that a good rating? Let's see. But happy with the rating, so that's good. So we're not going to cancel this. Right. Interesting. Right. That's. I'm glad about those emails actually because it's given me something to think about. Well, it was Marty Skill, wasn't it? Sharkboy's first match. Not Bateman. Right, okay. Right, so let's get to the next show. Taking place, of course, next Thursday. Public image has gone up at least, so that's good. That is encouraging. Need to put some more. I've only really got really short-term plans. I need to put some more long-term plans. Oh, that is one thing I didn't do. I didn't book the February event, but there will be one. I'll have to just book it on the day now. I did actually mean to do that before I started recording and forgot. So, but the event's gonna take place on the 28th, so it's gonna be the last day of the month. Because we're controlling our own narrative. Our pay-per-views, they're not pay-per-views, but our big events are gonna take place on. Our big events are gonna take place on Fridays because why not? Right, the public image we've gained and we've just lost, which is annoying. I'm more concerned about the money, to be honest with you. We need to make a profit this month. Ooh, hello. Mike Quackenbrush has gone to OVW, as has Jack Evans. Interesting stuff. Right. Okay. Here we are. Show number 2. The second ever episode of After Dark. Let's just have a quick look at something. Good. So it's only gone into the history books once, so that's encouraging. Right, so we're going to kick things off with a recap of what happened in the last show. We're going to do another video angle. It's going to be a hype video for work. Well, we'll put Diva. Why not? Do a hype video for worker. So it's going to be, but basically just be a recap of Mina getting kidnapped. That's all that would be. I'm trying to get her over without booking her as a wrestler. Because if she gets over, then the segments will get better ratings. So we need to try and do that. And I'm going to kick things off with a match, and it's going to be between 2 people that haven't been booked yet. It's going to be Killer Cross, and he's going to take on Jervis Cottonbelly. This could be an interesting one. I hope the mic's not picking that up. I don't think it will be. Goings on outside. I'd rather weren't going on, but anyway, we'll not talk about that. So, yeah, Killer Cross is going to win, but he's going to cheat. So we can, I don't know, hit him with that hockey mask he had to wear. Or that warrior, that, I don't know, that gladiator mask. No aftermath. What do you want to work with? What was it now? My memory's so bad. I'm just thinking, I wonder if I could. No, my mind's wasn't Shark Boy. Who was it? Oh, it's Chris Dickinson, wasn't it? I think. Was it Chris Dickinson? Yeah, why not? Go on then. Ask and you shall receive. I think it was Chris Dickinson. I hope it was now, because, well, I'm booking it anyway. That's to build up to a future match. That's fine. That's okay. We need to build something for February 28th, so might as well go with that. Right, next up we're gonna have an interview, and it's gonna be with Shark Boy. So basically, what would happen here is, now he wanted to work with somebody, didn't he? Who was that? Was it Bateman? But it's not gonna be Bateman. So basically, what Shark Boy's gonna say is like, you know, he's gonna allude to the fact that Marty Skills had allegations against him, shall we say, and he's kind of like. He's going to kind of make reference like he's a shark and he's going to stop people coming in the pool that don't deserve to be in. You get the idea. So like, joining out as a pool, and any people like Marty Skull that want to jump in, well, if they do jump in, they're going to get bitten by a shark. You get the idea. He kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to say like a, not a simile, but like a poetic type imagery. I don't know. I'm not an English. I didn't. Yeah. Move on. I mean, lost to Marty Skull, so he needs to work. He needs to work on it. But anyway, we have another video package because I basically want this promotion to be a lot of just angles and videos and backstage stuff, and actual in-ring stuff is going to be quite minimal. So we have another video, and it's going to be a repeated segment again. It's going to be a hype video for debuting Worker. And it's going to be Gable, it's not Blue Demon Jr. still, it's going to be Gable Steveson. So Gable Steveson, who got a video in the Awakening. Got another one here. And now we have to do a match, we need 2 matches, and it's going to be a tag team match player. And it's going to be Austin Aries and Omos taking on Big Damo and Flip Gordon. Just 2 random people that happen to be on the roster. I haven't actually got rid of that many people that are on the roster, even though I do want to eventually sort of make my own roster, but I don't want to just do it like all in one go. I want to kind of gradually drip feed people, and there will be people that will come and go, like Peter Williams, for example, and Riho. So they'll probably come in and do a match, and then maybe, you know, I'll release them. But yeah, I do want to kind of build. I do eventually want to build a roster, but we've barely got any TV time at the moment, which is. I'm kind of regretting not trying to get an earlier time slot that will give me more segments to work with. I don't want a roster that's too big. Because keeping everybody... Which is why it's nice to have EC3 on commentary, because it's just a nice, easy way to keep him happy without having to actually book him. No titles, so we can't pick one. And of course, Omos is going to bin Damo. So we're trying to get Omos over. And it'll be clean. There'll be no aftermath. And it's to build to a future match. So when they beat Adam Scher up in the last show, it would have been bad enough that he was like, he needed to be stretched out. I don't know. So he wasn't able. So we're just trying to establish that Aries and Omos are kind of a dominant duo, if you like, which I think should be a fairly easy thing to get across, given their size. Well, that could have gone better. Oh, that was pretty good. Good stuff. Good. Oh, that was a good match. It was a short match, but we'll take it. The pirouette was good, because it was only short. But, yeah, thank you. 61%, could have been worse. Certainly could have been better. I don't want to dip below 60%. Oh, lovely, we're on Valentine's Day. That seems like a good place to end the video. 0.53, oh dear. So Blue Demon Jr. wants to work with Ethan Page. A lot of people want to work with Ethan Page. Blue Demon Jr. needs to get on the show. To be honest, I only hired him so the roster was big enough, and we weren't losing public image because we had a too small roster. Brian Johnson, eh? Okay, I'll think about that one. 0.53. Let's just see what the network thinks of that. Oh dear. Okay. So we've got bad ratings. We're losing money. We're losing public image. But apart from that, it's going great. So on that note, I think we'll end the video. I really do need to get some. I've got quite a lot of planning I need to do for this series. Although to be fair, if I keep doing badly, this series isn't going to last very long. But it's all good stuff. It's all good fun. We're just, like I said, we're just trying to do. I almost started again actually after I realised that graveyard slots meant you had to do 2 matches out of 5 segments. I almost started this series again, but we'll keep it going for now. I've got some things I can try and do. I just need to get through this month, I think, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, that's the end of this particular episode of this series. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head on over to the channel, the commentator, you will find the rest of the videos in this playlist. I mean, at the moment, there's only one other video, which is the first one. But if you watched this and haven't watched that one, please go and check that out. Why not? Also, if you like wrestling, I've done a playthrough of WWE Crush Hour for the PlayStation 2, so please go and check that out. And also, I played through this game before, booking 8 years worth of shows for PWG. So again, if you enjoy these silly booking videos, then please go check that out. If you don't like wrestling, then I'm not quite sure why you're watching this video, but if you don't, there is plenty of other content and lots of other genres and games and consoles and all kind of crazy stuff all over on the channel. So please go and check all that out. But join me next time. We're going to be moving on. We're going to be getting to the end of the month. We're going to be getting to the next. We're going to be put my teeth back in. We're going to be doing the next 2 episodes of After Dark in the next episode. So join me for that. But until we get to that point, for now, from me, it is sayonara.